Good evening. We're on day 50, halfway through a personal journey through meditation. And I'm going to start this video with saying I'm feeling quite annoyed today. I've got the feeling of being quite annoyed about something. And it's something that's happened today whilst I was working. And I felt pressurised to sign something that was really not my responsibility. And because this person was nice to me, I felt myself becoming very compliant and becoming like a child. And it was an added thing with him being a man. I mean, I don't know this man very well, and it's not something bad. It's just a signature that you wanted because someone else didn't sign it. But the reason I feel annoyed is that my values are one that I value truth and honesty. They're my ethics. That's what I live by. And to do something that doesn't feel right for me feels quite wrong. And in wrong, I mean it doesn't match who I am inside. And the reason I feel annoyed is because I didn't sign it properly with my name, but I did comply to what he wanted me to do. And this made me feel really annoyed. But it also, whilst I was meditating, it opened up something that came up from my past about, particularly in the last 2 relationships, possibly 3, where initially the man would pay a lot of attention to me, buy me things, and I really felt like I was heard, and I felt like I was listened to, and I felt really special. But over time, these things that he did for me, whatever it might be jobs around the house or whatever, because I felt so grateful that he was doing it, he would run it up as a tally. And both of them did this in different ways. He'd run it up as a tally and then later on he would sort of say something that contradicted it. So at the beginning he might say, "Oh, you're really beautiful." And then a bit later on in a relationship he would say things like, "I don't know why you wear such skin tight tops," making me feel quite conscious about what I was wearing and thinking, are they too tight? And they're the ones that came to mind when I was meditating. But there are definitely many more, but I can't bring them to mind at the minute. But essentially, at the beginning, I don't know if you've heard the term, but it's called love bombing. So essentially trying to boost that person up and make them feel really special and really good, and then gradually over time negative comments come in, and because there is a contradiction, you think, oh, this person has said that I'm beautiful, and now they're saying that my clothes are too tight. And then sometimes it implies with a woman, well, especially me, because I was sort of really conscious of my weight and putting on weight, it would make me feel really self-conscious. So then I thought, right, well, maybe I need to be wearing tops that feel a bit looser. But I know that wearing tops that feel really loose and baggy on me make me feel really uncomfortable. They don't fit in with my personality. So these were a range of different things that happened over time, and eventually I started to feel I was losing myself. I wasn't standing up for what I felt was right. I was being compliant. I was trying to keep the peace, to try and keep things smooth, because I didn't want the arguments to happen. I wanted the good times at the beginning, and I wanted the happy times, and I wanted the understanding of each other and the talking with each other, which I thought were the essence of a good relationship. But gradually these other little niggly things came in. And then things like he would say he was at one place and he wasn't, he was at another place. And eventually it got to the point with both of them that they ended up having an affair while they were with me. So, and I know that at least with one of them, it happened the same way. He started it in the same way, in respect of using a lot of compliments and boosting that woman up to give the appearance that he was quite a likable guy. And he did this with my friends and family as well, you know, so I'm a really likable guy. And so when I would say things that would happen in the privacy of when we were together to other people, it would be like, well, that doesn't make sense because he's such a nice person. But this is what happens when some people are trying to manipulate and trying to control what you do. And at first you're trying to I was trying to keep the peace, and I was trying to keep the relationship going and keep investing in relationship. And I saw the good in it. I saw the good in him. I saw the good in us. And I was trying to invest in the relationship, but each time I invested a bit more, he would gradually invest less. And it got to the point that I was one that was working for the relationship, even though it felt that it didn't feel right inside. It didn't feel right inside for me. So part of me was feeling quite annoyed because something wasn't matching. It was confusing me. I was looking back to the good times all the time, not realizing what it was actually like. It was very controlling, very manipulative in terms of him wanting things to go his way, not really having a conversation where we sort of mutually agreed on things and decided on things and helped each other and supported each other. And I can even remember when I first started my business, he was the one who persuaded me to, at first he was very keen. He says, oh yeah, it's brilliant, really good, I'm really proud of you. But then over time it was like, oh well, you're only sat at home, you're not doing anything, you need to go out and get a job. So that's why I ended up doing some part-time work, but it didn't feel right for me. So the message I'm trying to say, in this day and age, we continually I'm feeling like manipulated and controlled by what people tell us to do in the media, what we're told to eat, what we're told, how many times we're told to exercise, what the government says that we need to do, what the people saying we need to do, and it feels very controlling. And really, the only place to come from is ourselves, to come from a place that feels true for us, and to know that we have got the power and we can be empowering towards ourselves and love ourselves to step into our greatness and not feel that we need to be controlled by anyone else. So if you identify with what I've gone through, my heart does go out to you, and I'm sending you lots of love your way. I've been there. So with that, I'm going to finish day 50 before it gets to 10 minutes with saying, allow yourself to feel your power. Day 50. See you tomorrow.